So for the next few weeks, what I'm going to be doing is taking every division and pretty much predicting the record for every team in that division, and just giving my thoughts on that division as a whole. And today we're going to start off with the AFC East. This division, I find it very interesting because obviously you have the Patriots, who have owned not only the AFC East for the past 20 years, but also the NFL. But then you also have at the very bottom of that division the Miami Dolphins, who are going in complete rebuild. Tank for Tua, or maybe tank for Trevor Lawrence. Who knows what the Dolphins are planning, but they're clearly not trying to win right now. Then you got the Bills and the Jets, who both have young quarterbacks, and both of these teams think they have their quarterback of the future, even though I might feel different about that. Well, at least regarding one of these quarterbacks. One of them I think is going to have a bright future. The other one, not so much, but that's just my opinion. Who knows how these guys are going to turn out? For all I know, maybe the guy who I think is going to be good is going to end up being a bust, and the guy who I think is going to be a bust is going to end up being good. Who knows? But, let's start off with the worst team in this division next season, in my opinion. That will be the Miami Dolphins. I have the Miami Dolphins next year going 1-15. As Dolphins fans, if you're watching, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm pretty sure you guys know next season you guys aren't trying to win. You guys are trying to put yourself in a position to pretty much get your quarterback of the future. Even though you guys just traded for Josh Rosen, I don't think the Dolphins are fully committed to Josh Rosen. I mean, just look at their roster. Who's he going to throw to? Look at his O-line. They let, what's his name, go? Jawan James. So, I don't think the Dolphins are in a position to win now. I mean, their best player is probably Xavier Howard. After that, everyone else on the Dolphins is replacement level, besides maybe Tunsil. But for the most part, the Dolphins are not a good team, and I'm pretty sure management is okay with that, because they're probably, like I said, they're going to try to tank for Tua. They're probably going to try to tank for Trevor Lawrence. If it were up to me, hey, I'd suck for 2 years and get Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be the best quarterback to ever come out of college. So, hey, just wait for Trevor Lawrence, By that time, maybe Tom Brady's retired and Trevor Lawrence can come in here and dominate the AFC East for the next 20 years like Brady did. Okay, anyways, moving on. The next team, the team I think will come in third place in this division, is the Buffalo Bills. I think the Bills will have a 6-10 record, and I think the reason for this, their defense. I love the Bills' defense, man. It's probably, not even probably, I'd even say definitely, it's definitely the NFL's most underrated defense. People just see the Bills the Bills, but people don't realize the Bills last year had a pretty damn good defense, and I feel like this upcoming year they're gonna have a very good defense as well, led by Tre'Davious White. Tre'Davious White, in my opinion, is one of those overlooked players that not many people talk about because he's in Buffalo. But I mean, people need to pay attention to Tre'Davious White. The guy is really good. People talk about Marshawn Lattimore, Jalen Ramsey. Pay attention to Tre'Davious White. There's more than 2 young corners in the league. Tre'Davious White's going to be very good for a very long time. And of course, they have those safeties as well. They just drafted Ed Oliver, who I think will go great in the middle of that defense, bringing pressure up front. I mean, offensively, not a big fan. I mean, I did like the Cody Ford pick, but I'm not a fan of their offense at all. I think Shady McCoy is washed up. I think weapons, they don't really have any weapons that are wow, they really need to go get a weapon for Josh Allen if they believe in Josh Allen. Because me, personally, Bills fans, if you're watching, I'm sorry, guys, but I am not a believer in Josh Allen. I think the guy is extremely inaccurate. Yes, every now and then he makes plays with his legs, but you want your quarterback to be accurate and be able to throw a football. And don't get me wrong, Josh Allen can definitely throw a football over the mountains over there, but to me, there's more to being a quarterback than just being able to throw a football really far and hard, you know? You gotta be accurate with it, and Josh Allen just does not have that accuracy, and in my opinion, one of the hardest things to do as a quarterback is improving your accuracy. You know, some people are just accurate, other people just aren't, and Josh Allen, in my opinion, isn't. Now let's move on to the next team, the New York Jets. And man, I'll tell you this, every year I choose, you know, obviously I follow the Texans, but I choose a couple other teams, usually one from the AFC and one from the NFC, to follow around, see what they're doing, usually because I like where they're heading. And this year, I'm choosing the New York Jets. You know, everyone's talking about the Cleveland Browns. Oh, Baker Mayfield this, Baker Mayfield that. Oh, the Browns are doing this. But the Jets, they had a sneaky good offseason that not many people are talking about. They already had their quarterback, Sam Darnold, who I do think has a lot of potential. He's got to clean up some stuff, but I do think with the right coaching, he can be a good quarterback in the NFL. They got Sam Darnold, Le'Veon Bell. You know what they say, a young quarterback's best friend is a running game. So suppose that Le'Veon Bell comes in here and gives Sam Darnold a running game. You know, that could take some weight off his shoulders. And then defensively, you added C.J. Mosley, who can pretty much do everything as a linebacker. And then with the 4th overall pick, they took the best player in the draft. The best player in the draft fell to the Jets, and they took him. Quinnen Williams is going to dominate the middle in New York for ages to come. He's going to dominate teams. He's going to bring pressure up front. He's going to punch Brady in the mouth. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the Jets are Super Bowl contenders this year, because I have them going 7-9. But just, you know, keep an eye on the Jets. They're making some good moves. And just recently, they hired Joe Douglas from the Eagles to be their GM. And I think that was a great hiring. I think the Jets are heading in the right direction. Adam Gase, I don't know how to feel about him, but you got to keep this in mind. Adam Gase led the Dolphins to the playoffs just a few years ago. So, hey, who knows? Maybe with a more talented roster, the Jets can really do something. In fact, I think the Jets will do something. I think once Brady is done, the New York Jets will own the AFC East for years to come. Obviously, the Patriots and Tom Brady are still around, and I still think the Jets are a pretty young team. They got to learn how to win first, and I feel like this year they're going to get some more wins. And, you know, this upcoming offseason is going to be big for them because they have to add pieces through the draft, through free agency to further build on the good foundation that they already have. I really like where the Jets are going, so keep an eye on them. And, you know, obviously, number 1 in the division is going to be the New England Patriots. I have the Patriots going 13-3 this year. The Patriots have an easy schedule this year. Like, really easy. That's pretty much all I can say about them. I mean, yes, they lost some people. Trent Brown, Trey Flowers. But, I mean, the Patriots lose players, coaches, coordinators. They lose them every single year. And, you know, it seems like every year people are saying, oh, is this finally the year the Patriots fall off the cliff and just go away? And then what happens? The Patriots go on another Super Bowl run. So until the Patriots finally disappear, until it actually happens, I'm not going to bet against them. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts on the AFC East this year. Comment down below your thoughts on the AFC East this year. And if I offended you, Dolphins or Bills fans, I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel about your team. Feel free to correct me if I got anything wrong all you want, because although I am a huge football fan, I don't follow your teams like really in depth like I do my team, the Texans. So feel free to correct me, or if you even want to debate about it, I'm down for a debate. Comment down below. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.